I'm going to introduce myself here tonight, and I want to help just educate you a little bit more about something that somebody may have introduced you to. Some of you are coming into this presentation tonight with a lot of information, some with a little information. Some of you may have no idea what you're about to kind of hear for the next 30 minutes, but I hope that what I share with you is educational. I hope it brings value to your life. And even if you don't find that this is something for you, particularly here tonight, maybe this information will be something that you'll think of somebody else for and point them to this information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and then we'll get right into what we're going to chat about tonight that we're all so excited about here with LifeVantage. So bear with me while I share my screen and pray that everything works well. Okay. Here we are. So thank you guys again for being here. And just as I said, my name is Samantha Allen, and I'm an Elite Pro 7 with LifeVantage. That just means that, my husband and I have worked over the past 8 years now in the very nooks and crannies of our very busy lives to really share this message of LifeVantage far and wide through an incredible team of people that have just come into our path along this journey. And we are so blessed and so grateful to have this opportunity to share this information with you tonight. So I just want to say a little bit about our personal story, because I know that when we first were introduced to this information from a dear friend of mine 8 years ago, it helped to hear her story and what she saw in this. And it helped me to hear other people's stories to see how we could make this a possibility in our lives. So let me share my story with you. And then I'd like to share a little bit of the company's story and the story about what we're doing here well, hello, there goes my ice maker rumbling in the background. But I just want to share with you our story, the company's story, and the story of what you can really do here with the products that we have here at our disposal, and just how excited we are about this information that we're going to bring to you tonight. So my husband and I, that's a picture of our family. Of course, we have 5 young children, and my husband and I met in 2005, where we attended the United States Naval Academy together. We graduated, my husband and I, in 2009. And for those of you who don't know, when you graduate from Annapolis, you either become a Marine Corps officer or a Navy officer. And I became a Marine Corps officer, and I served for 5 years on active duty. And my husband, Ray, he became a Navy helicopter pilot. And he actually had a little bit of a longer commitment. He served for 11 years on active duty. And I'll come back to that story a little bit further along in the presentation. But when we were introduced to this information from my dear friend, fellow Marine officer, she thought of us because she knew that ultimately my desire, we had talked when we were in the Marine Corps together and going through training, my desire was ultimately beyond my military service to be a mom and to really be able to spend precious time with our children. And she saw the value in this business as an ability to, create something from home and create really an opportunity to maybe help your family replace some income or just ease the burden. And so when she introduced this to my husband and me, she didn't realize it. In fact, she almost didn't introduce it because she thought she was nervous. She was nervous to talk to me, and she thought I might think it was not something that I'd be interested in. But I'm so grateful. My husband and I literally thank God, and we thank her every day that she did, because this company has changed everything about our life for the positive. It has literally blessed every aspect of our life over the past 8 years. It hasn't always been easy. I'm not going to tell you it's just been rainbows and butterflies. It's been a journey, and it's been ups and downs and learning and growing, but it has blessed every aspect of our lives. And when we saw the information that we're sharing here tonight, 8 years ago, we knew right away that we would use our main product at the time, which was the only product, Pro Tandem NRF2, for the rest of our lives. It just made sense to us. Better to activate the body and let the God-given, body really do what it's designed to do to prolong and good health and to really give yourself the best fighting chance against this toxic world we live in. But then we were introduced to the opportunity to build something, in the nooks and crannies of your busy life, aside or right next to what you're currently doing for your full-time income. And little by little and year after year, we learned and we grew from mentors, and we found that what we were able to do was create some leverage in our life. And so now here we are 8 years later. And we're blessed to say that my husband was able to kind of walk away from the Navy. He was able to complete his 11-year career or commitment to the Navy. We do not, have any sort of Navy retirement or anything like that, but we are now blessed to have this full-time LifeVantage business to provide for our family. Ray and I get to work this together. We get to be around our children. We get to travel. Right now we are on a beach vacation with our family, and we're very blessed to be able to just kind of weave this into our life. So we want to bring that possibility to you. And especially, after the year that I think a lot of people experienced in 2020, it really kind of gave people perspective, and maybe it made you consider, wow, I wonder if maybe we should think about some backup plans or start building something outside of what you're primarily doing, so that if circumstances come your way that are unforeseeable, maybe your family has more options. And we saw that in 2020. Our family was really able to withstand the turmoil that a lot of people experienced. And we just thank God for that. And we thank this company for giving us this ability. And for, and for that, we want to share that forward with all of you. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. And we're going to talk about leveling up your life, both in your health and if in your bank account with LifeVantage, because both are possible here. And we want to offer that to you. So let's talk about the story of LifeVantage and really where we started. It started with a discovery and with a scientist back in the 60s, really trying to figure out how to activate a certain process in our body, really antioxidants inside of our body, specifically something called SOD. And really, it's just all about helping us to fight the effects of aging, which we actually have a term for that. It's called oxidative stress. And many of you may have already heard of the little yellow activator or Protandim, NRF2. And that is what came about in 2003 when this scientist put together a combination of 5 specific herbs. And what happened in that lab when they realized what was happening inside the body when people would take Protandim, that one little yellow activator comprised of those 5 herbs, was something remarkable, something that had never been done before. And that was to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And the fact that that was a measurable, a measurable thing with empirical evidence inside the body was so significant and truly unprecedented. So what happened from there was ABC News came and decided to investigate this little biotech company to see what was really going on here with this little yellow activator. How could it be that, a couple of herbs could activate a process in our bodies and in all mammals that could reduce such a huge issue in our health, which is oxidative stress. So ABC News went into that lab and they conducted their own investigative report with John Quinones. You can see that ABC report today. If you haven't already seen it, get back with the person who invited you here. Let them show you that video. It's still today, all these years later, because that aired in 2005. All these years later, it's still as important as ever because it's never been duplicated. Nobody has been able to figure out a way, even with a pharmaceutical drug, how to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. So ABC News went in, they investigated, and they found they basically aired on national television proof of what LifeVantage had found, which was Protandim NRF2 reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And what led, after that, it led to research from all different independent universities, places that, you would recognize. Institutions and universities all over the world started to fund their own research on this little yellow activator. So as you can imagine, there was a lot of interest in such a product. But what they found was that it was hard to communicate or educate people in a retail model with a product so unprecedented, right? It's not a vitamin. It's not really a typical supplement. It's a new category. It's an activator. It activates your own body's ability to fight off free radical damage and lower oxidative stress. And so that's when they decided in 2009 to switch over to more of an educational way of doing business, this peer-to-peer distribution, network marketing. And from there, LifeVantage grew from, a $5 million company all the way to $200 million in the first 4 years. And today, LifeVantage is as strong as ever. And we've now touched lives, millions of lives all over the world. And we want to share this story with you so you can decide if you'd like to be a part of this journey with us. So the question I want to take you back to first, as we talk about protandim NRF2, is what is the problem in the first place? Like, what is it that is causing all of our issues in the first place? If you take a look around, do you feel like as a society, we are getting healthier? You know, we live in a modern era where we have more access to information and research than ever before. Yet, doesn't it seem that people are kind of getting sicker more and more, and they just don't seem to feel well? It seems like nobody can sleep well. It seems like people have all different sorts of issues and diagnoses, and you wonder, like, what is going on? Well, at the root of it is oxidative stress. It's when our body has more toxins that it takes in than it can get rid of. The things that cause this oxidative stress are things like the food we eat that have, you know, lots of chemicals added to them. And we're not really eating very natural and organic and whole foods much as a society anymore. The water we drink has added chemicals and things that are harming our bodies. The air we breathe, of course, there's pollution, there's you know, emissions, there's all these things that are contributing to our poor health. Too little or too much exercise is increasing oxidative stress. Environmental toxins, they're things that are being sprayed on the crops throughout our country and our world are damaging the cells within our bodies. We have things like the EMFs, you know, these cell phones that we have, and they help our lives in a lot of ways, but they really damage our cells because of the EMFs that they're radiating. These big towers, right? Same thing. It gives us access to Wi-Fi anywhere we want, but it has a negative effect. It really is causing our health to be in total disarray. You know, there's things in our medications up front, they might seem like they're helping, but in the long term, a lot of times they're causing more harm than good. So that's the problem, oxidative stress. And what uncontrolled oxidative stress can lead to are many different issues within the body, even medical diagnoses. You can see here all the different things and the different organs that oxidative stress can lead to in the eyes, heart, skin, in the brain, the immune system, all these areas. If you do not have your, you know, oxidative stress in check, this is what inevitably can happen. So until LifeVantage, there literally was no solution to effectively lower oxidative stress. You know, no amount of fruits and vegetables and vitamins or antioxidant, you know, potions or supplements or tablets would ever, you know, be able to do enough to help our bodies, you know, fight against this assault of free radical damage. And like I said, I think it's evident from the state of our health as a society. You know, you see people trying to do all the right things. You see people, even very healthy people who do seem to eat well and they do seem to exercise properly. It'll seem almost random sometimes. They'll come down with something out of the blue. And you have to wonder, what is that all about? We simply live in a world that is so toxic now, with all the things that we keep adding to our environment and our world, that we no longer can, you know, fight it off alone with the fruits and the vegetables and antioxidant supplements. Instead, what we want to help you understand is that you can flip a switch inside of your body using a couple of natural herbs, specifically here with protandim NRF2, turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. These 5 herbs in a specific formula, each of them at a very, very small individual amount, which is great because that is helpful, because it allows more people to be able to take this and use this without having, you know, interactions or any sort of sensitivities to it, when you use smaller dosages. But combined, they have a synergistic effect, and they actually are more powerful than if you were to take, let's say, like a turmeric extract on its own, or if you were to take a milk thistle extract on its own. There's a study for that, and we can actually prove that. If you'd like to see it, get back with the person who invited you afterward, and you can see that study. But basically, when you take these 5 herbs in this combination with protandim, it flips the switch inside of your body, the NRF2 pathway, and increases some really important antioxidants in your body, like SOD by 30%, catalase by 54%, glutathione, the master antioxidant molecule in the body, by 300%. And this has actually been proven. Protandim is the only dietary supplement proven to extend lifespan. Now, personally, I know that we will be called when it is our time, right? And it's not for us to necessarily know the time or the hour when we're called, but I would love to increase my health span. And so I really have a passion to help people while they're on this earth to live as healthfully as possible. And so that's really what we're talking about. It's great that it's proven to extend life, but the health span is really the thing that intrigues me the most about Protandim NRF2. Now, this is activation versus supplementation. Many of us are used to supplementing the body with lots of antioxidants, things like vitamin C or vitamin E or multivitamins, or even trying to eat as many berries as you possibly can, which is a good thing. Definitely keep eating healthy food and getting your good natural food source of antioxidants. The only issue is that when you rely on direct antioxidants alone, you're fighting the problem, free radicals, at a 1-to-1 scale. It's one antioxidant and done. One blueberry and one free radical. Like you're just making a little dent, barely even a dent. It's kind of like if you used a Dixie cup of water to try to put out a house fire. One little Dixie cup of water at a time. You're never going to squelch that fire. Instead, if you can flip the switch inside of your own body and use Protandim NRF2 to flip that switch in your NRF2, which exists in every cell of every mammal, then your body now becomes an antioxidant factory, now eliminating free radicals at a 1-to-1 million scale, eliminating 1 million free radicals every second of the day. So if you talk about the fact that we have trillions and trillions of free radicals that are, coming in from all this toxic world that we live in, do you want the Dixie cup approach, or do you want to call that fire department and get those powerful fire hoses in every room of that burning house? I definitely will take the fire department approach, right? I don't want to kind of mess around or leave my health up to chance. I'd rather take the most effective approach and one that's proven. So back to the point about it being proven, most herbal natural products do not have a lot of independent research, and certainly not research found at pubmed.gov, which is the gold standard for independent peer-reviewed research. Protandim, on the other hand, has over 28 peer-reviewed studies that you can go look up on pubmed.gov, the National Institute of Health's database for peer-reviewed research, from places like Harvard and Texas Tech and Louisiana State University, Ohio State University. Even the American Heart Association has published its own research on Protandim NRF2. Guys, if you know anybody in the natural health world that knows about, natural herbal products, they will tell you that this is unheard of. Herbal products do not have independent peer-reviewed research at PubMed, which is why it gave my family such confidence. Aside from the stories of people's health just improving once we have less oxidative stress, it gave me the confidence, and my husband and I the confidence to know that what we were not only taking for our own family was absolutely backed by independent research, but also it gave us the ability to then share it with the world without having to feel like we were just, kind of making up stories about what happened for us. Because it's wonderful to have your own personal experiences, but how much better to have empirical data to back it up. So if you'd like to go take a look at that, go to pubmed.gov and you can read those studies. If that's not your thing, I know we're not all scientists here, then stick with us here. Maybe we'll help share just a little bit more. But these are all the media coverage that happened as well on Protandim. It started with that ABC report, and then all the other places were filing in. But you could imagine, it was back before the era of YouTube and things going viral on YouTube. So you'd say, well, how could it have been on all these, news sources and everybody doesn't know about it yet? It just was a time before, it was really before its time as far as, what it does in the health space. I mean, if you think about even the organic trend, right? And things, having organic food all over in places like Walmart, that has only really taken place in the past, 5 to 10 years. So with Protandim in 2005 being aired on all of these, in all of these media outlets, it was just kind of before the time of this natural health phase really kicking off. And at the same time, there wasn't a vehicle like YouTube videos going viral for us to really educate about this product. And that's why it wasn't until 2009 and 2010 that we were able to start educating people one by one. Now we've got the ability to kind of share it far and wide with people on social media, done in the right way. And with the proper training, we can help people get educated in the proper way about this product and what LifeVantage has to offer. And so this is an excerpt from Washington State University, which says this about Protandim NRF2. Potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Again, if you'd like to look that up, there's the source at the bottom there. So it doesn't stop there. That's just a little tip of the iceberg. That's where LifeVantage started, was this incredible breakthrough of Protandim NRF2. It's a $50 product per month that has life-changing effects. Reducing oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days is life-changing. The benefits that you'll see from that over time can be subtle or they can be dramatic. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for your aha moment of, realizing your health improving with Protandim, be sure to take a look, get back with the person who invited you and look at the array of products that LifeVantage has developed. We've really figured out how to activate the cells of our skin, which have helped, with a beautiful 4-part skincare for the face. And now it has expanded into a full body care line, which is also CBD enhanced. And you guys, the products that LifeVantage makes are of the highest quality, and they have the toughest scrutiny for the ingredients that we put into our products and the process in which we put them together. So take a look at that. Take a look at the hair care. The fact that what you put in your scalp actually absorbs 60% more than the rest of your skin all over your body. So think about it. If you're putting toxic chemicals in your hair care products into your scalp, that's going to have even worse effects. So take a look at the hair care that LifeVantage has. Take a look at the nootropic energy drink. I'm actually drinking one right now. It's 9:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, and I have 5 kids, and sleep is definitely something that I need at night. And I feel totally confident to drink this because it's not something that's going to give you that jitter and that crazy, jolt like straight caffeine or like coffee would do, or energy drinks. It gives you that clarity, that focus, just that crispness of mental thought. And then it allows you to also have that calming effect after. So I can't say enough about the incredible products that LifeVantage has and how they've just blessed our lives over the past 8 years. My husband and I were 26 years old when we started this. We already were in great health. We weren't looking to improve our health per se, but I have to say that after 8 years and having 5 babies in that time, I feel like my health is just amazing. I feel like I have energy. I feel like I have, I don't feel like I'm ever overwhelmed in my health or in my energy. And my recovery is always so quick with each one of my babies. And I just could go on. And ask the person who invited you here. Ask them to hear their story. Ask them to hear maybe some of their friends' stories who have been using this. I know that's important for people to hear just what it's helping, in people's lives, but then rely on that research and knowing that you can have the confidence that the research is backing the stories. So I'd like to kind of transition here a little bit. Because if you'd like to get more information about our products and how easy and simple it is to get started on them, and to even experience the discounted rate that we as distributors do, even if you just like to be a customer for right now, it's really simple to get free shipping. It's really simple to get the discounted rate that we do. We don't have any crazy membership, fees or anything like that. We just ask you to get on a monthly shipment of it, and then that means that you're going to have your product coming to you every 30 days. You're not going to miss out because these products only work if you take them every single day. And you can cancel that or edit it at any time, no strings attached. It's very simple. And I love that. I love that you don't have to necessarily get involved with the business just to access these amazing products at a really great rate, the same, rate that we experience as distributors. That means that if you decide to join us in the business side of this, which we would love to lock arms with you, that means that you're making that decision because you truly believe that LifeVantage is something worth sharing, and that you really believe that you have an ability here to maybe help your family financially. And so that's what we'd just like to share over the next couple minutes, what this can do, because what it's done for my family is that my husband and I, as I said, we were 2 military officers, and we made really good income. As 2 military officers, I was a captain in the Marine Corps. My husband was a Navy pilot and a lieutenant. We made very decent income. We didn't have a money problem. We had a time problem because we between deployments, overseas deployments. My husband has deployed to the Middle East twice, 10 months at one point, between workups and all the preparing and training. I mean, it was ended up being years apart from each other. We also had a hard time getting stationed together. So for a couple of the first years of our marriage, we lived apart. So guys, for us, our issue in our mid-20s was not money, it was time. And we looked at our lives and said, how can we change that? Like, even if he gets out of the military and goes and works, some big job in New York in finance industry, like a lot of his family did, where they were very successful financially, it takes your time away from the most important people in your life, the people inside of your home, which is what Ray and I had a desire to have more of, right? We really wanted to homeschool our children. We really wanted to be together, to be able to live our faith and really just be able to have choices in life rather than have somebody make the choices for us, whether it was a job or the military or somebody else. So we really craved that independence, and we saw that opportunity with LifeVantage when we met some of the leaders and the mentors who had already done that. A couple of years ago when we met them, we felt the integrity right away with this company and the leaders that were guiding the ship, and we said yes. We really want to lock arms with this. So I just want to talk about the world right now, the social side hustle economy. How many people are earning money from their cell phones, from using social media, from just, being a little bit outside the box thinking, right? Renting a space out in your home, Airbnb, right? Or even Uber. It's like you have a car and you can now log into an app and you can give somebody a ride and Uber will pay you for that. There's all these outside the box ways to make an income now in our life, the way that we're all connected through, social media and through apps and things like that. So why not take advantage of that? If you're in your life right now thinking, gosh, I can't get ahead on our bills. I feel like I'm not sure what our plans are going to be for retirement or how we're going to pay for X, Y, Z. Maybe it's time to start thinking a bit outside the box. And to be honest, even if you decide at the end of this that LifeVantage is not your outside the box side hustle, I hope that this inspires you to start thinking, I wonder what I could do. There's so much opportunity out there. I hope that you'll think that you can go and grab it. I personally, I'm a little biased, but I think LifeVantage is the best because I love that it's really the perfect meld of this laptop lifestyle. I'm doing it right now. Like I said, we're on a family beach vacation, and I'm on my laptop and I'm doing this business in the nooks and crannies of our lives, and getting to share things socially. I share things via Facebook. We have ways of training you specifically how to do that. I didn't know how to do that before this business. The military didn't train me how to do that. I learned from mentors and they taught me, and now I teach others, and my husband and I together, we just keep teaching other people what people have taught us. And that is what I love about this business. There's no physical locations. There's no assets or inventory. We don't stock product in our house. We just use what our family uses, and we help people to use the products that they want to use, and then share the love, right? And so that's really what this is all about. We build networks of customers and networks of distributors. So networks of customers, that's going to be when I share this information with somebody, they're going to say, oh, you know what? The business isn't for me, but yes, I want to lower my oxidative stress. Absolutely. Because that's the smart thing to do. Or, wow, that skincare looks amazing. LSU studied that Nerf2 activator and they found that, the results of Protanum inside were so profound that they said, LifeVantage, you should create a topical version of that Nerf2 activation. Yes, I want that, right? It just makes sense to use our products. But if you feel like, you know what, yes, I want to use those products, but I also am very intrigued about the ability to work in my part-time at first to make a side income. And if I really dive in and I listen to, the training and I really pour in here and lock arms with the leaders, then maybe my family and I could find some of that freedom that we're looking for, freedom of choice to create a lifestyle for your family that, a conventional route just won't allow you. Working 9 to 5 is it's a great way to make an income, but it's not going to give you that freedom of choice and leverage for what you want to do. So that's what we do. We build a network of customers, those who just want to get started on our products, and a network of distributors with those who say, yes, I want to use the products, and I also want to share this message far and wide. So you're going to get a website if you decide to become a distributor. It starts with a $50 start kit, and you're going to get a beautiful website to share with your friends and family or whoever comes in your path or that you reach out to. And you're going to be able to easily share the products with them. You can give them a specific cart to the products that they want. So it's a really simple checkout. And then LifeVantage pays you the commission for that. So that, and we're in countries all over the world. You see the countries we're in here. So this is a global business that you can run from your laptop, from your cell phone, from in your home. I don't know people personally in a lot of these countries, but our business has now expanded into over 15 countries around the world. And guys, that's just the beautiful thing of a ripple effect. Somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and your business can go really around the world. But the start kit is $50. That gives you your website. That gives you a little bit of sampling of the products. But then what we would encourage you to do is really pick one of these packs, because these packs are going to allow you to get started on our products, because you want to be a product of the product here. You want to be able to look at people in the eye with integrity and say, yes, I use the LifeVantage products because they're the best. And so these packs, there's kind of small, medium, and large, and they just help you to access our products right off the bat. With a reduced cost, with a lot of savings, and they kind of just fast track you right into this business. They help you to maximize all your commissions. So I highly encourage you to take a look at those options and work with the person who invited you to see which one works best for you, because we want you to get in where you fit in for sure. Now, how do you make money? Well, we have ways of getting paid weekly and paid monthly. The weekly are going to be more of that upfront. You know, you make a sale that first time to somebody, you're going to get paid the commissions for doing that. They go to your website, they buy the product from your site. Your LifeVantage is going to send you the commission for that within a day or two. It's weekly, but actually LifeVantage has sped up the pay process, and you're going to get that in less than a week. You also have an ability to make monthly income. Now, this is going to be more of that as your team grows, as you as you have recurring sales every month of people who are using these products month after month, and then you introduce this to other people who are going to introduce it to other people who are going to be using these products month after month after month. That's how you then get paid monthly. We have royalty commissions, generational match bonuses, and then we have elite pools, which allow you when you become an elite rank in LifeVantage, like an elite pro 7, 8, 9, or 10, you're going to be able to access a global sharing, bonus. And that means that you get to earn a percentage off of all of the sales that happen globally in LifeVantage. So guys, all to say the sky's the limit here. You know, you can have a nice small business that you kind of do casually, you share with people and they buy the products when you kind of recommend them, or you can take it more seriously and set out for a specific goal to make a certain monthly income, maybe help take care of some bills. Or you can say, you know what, kind of like my husband and I, we see this as a vehicle to allow our family to have a lot of choices in life. And we want to really dive in. We get that it might take some time to learn and grow, but we're going to do that and we're going to commit. And that's what's available here to you. So get back with the person who invited you to go into a little bit more detail about that. This is a graphic that shows a little bit about how you create that leveraged income, but I would encourage you to get back with them, ask them for some of the videos. This can be a tough thing to understand if it's your first time seeing it. So just understand there's upfront money, there's long-term money, and there's something for everybody here. But how far can you take it? You know, we have ranks Pro 1 through Pro 10, and we have, as a publicly traded company, LifeVantage is a NASDAQ company. There's a lot of transparency because we are an open book as a publicly traded company. So you can see what the average earnings are of each rank. So at that Pro 3 level, that's when somebody's doing, their whole organization does about $5,000 of sales in a calendar month. And of course, some people get there rather quickly. Other people, like my husband and I, we took a little while. We had to learn and grow a little bit to get to this level of business, Pro 3. But you can see the average monthly commission is about $581 for a Pro 3. So think about that. You're working a full-time job and you're making an extra $580 a month. what could that be for you? Could it be a car payment? Could it be 2 car payments? Could it be the grocery bill? Think about what this could do for you. And that's just the money you're making as you're building this bigger and bigger. If you look then to what a Premier Pro 5 makes, to almost $3,000 a month. That's again, these are averages, guys. So this isn't a guarantee of income. This is an average of what's happening in our company. $3,000 a month of side income. Premier Pro 5 is still a side hustle business. This isn't your main effort typically as a Premier Pro 5. An extra $3,000 a month for most people would change their entire lives. We're talking mortgage payments. We're talking, major, maybe possibly a retirement option. I mean, you're just able to do so much more with that. And it's still really a side hustle type of income. Elite Pro 7, I would say this is absolutely life-changing income. We feel so blessed, my husband and I, to have achieved this level. A year and a half ago is when we achieved Pro 7. We're right there teetering on that Pro 8 level. But guys, $12,000 a month on average, that could bless your life, and it could bless so many others' lives. Think about what you could do if you had that kind of leverage in your life and you had those options. So last thing, can I do this? I know that's kind of what a lot of people are thinking is, oh, great, it worked for you, Sam and Ray. I'm really happy for you. I'm happy that there's all these people that have been able to make it happen, but can I do it? Well, I can't answer that for you. You're going to have to answer that for yourself, but I will say, you will have absolute support. LifeVantage is a company where no matter what team you come into, we lock arms with each other. You'll never walk away from LifeVantage saying no one would help me, because you can look anywhere and people are just absolutely wanting to help. It's the culture of our company. But we also have worldwide customer and distributor support from our corporate staff. We have an app with artificial intelligence technology. It's way smarter than I am, but it prompts me when to do certain things in my business, when to send a video to somebody, when to follow up with somebody. So it's right there at your fingertips. We also help you. We mentor you. We take a brand new person, whether they are a doctor or a lawyer, or whether they don't even have a college degree or a high school degree. And we have friends in this business who don't even have a high school degree, and they are making life-changing income. I mean, truly, the fact that you can take people of all different walks of life, educated, non-educated, professionals in sales, no experience in sales, young, old, and everything else, and they can all achieve a level of success that they set out to. To me, I think this is the great level playing field. It's an open opportunity for everybody. It doesn't discriminate about anything. And you, with your own mindset and with you being coachable and you following and persevering and really following the system that your mentors are going to show you, you can make this happen. But the question that I can't answer for you is, do you want this? Do you desire to change your life? Do you have a need in your life right now where you need to change some things to have a different future in your health, in your finances, maybe in your relationships, in your faith, whatever? LifeVantage has literally done that for my husband and me in every aspect, every facet of our life. And we just wish that and pray for that for each and every one of you. And at the very end of this, guys, I just want to say I'm so grateful that you were here tonight, that you took this time. I know it's the summer and you could be anywhere right now. I know it's late and I'm sure you all have busy lives with your family, with your work schedules. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Please get back to the person who invited you. Thank them. Ray and I literally thank my friend who shared this with us 8 years ago. We thank her constantly, because if she just didn't pick up the phone and ask us if we wanted to take a look, I can't even imagine. My husband would probably be deploying again to the Middle East. I mean, I can't even think about what we would be doing right now. But instead, our family is together. We homeschool together. Dad is home 24/7. We get to travel around the country. We're very, very blessed. We've had this amazing team that God has brought into our lives of people that are like-minded, they're truth seekers, they're faith-driven, and they just sincerely want to help people live a better life. So if that's you, if you're excited about this, then get back with the person who introduced this to you. Thank them anyway, and let them know where you stand. And God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great night. Bye-bye.